Hello, Morongo Basin, and listeners around the world online at Z107.7 FM.com. Here is the Z107.7 Local news for Friday, February 14th, 2025. A Huntington Beach man was arrested at a King of the Hammers camp area on suspicion of firing a gun into the air. On Friday, just before 9 p.m., witnesses said that a man near the Turkey Claw campsite in Johnson Valley fired a pistol directly into the air. The suspect was identified as Gavin Osterhout, a 25-year-old resident of Huntington Beach. Bureau of Land Management Rangers were flagged down, and they requested assistance from the San Bernardino County Sheriff's Department. Witnesses told deputies that Osterhout did not directly threaten anyone at the scene. Deputies arrested Osterhout and recovered one fired cartridge along with a pistol and additional ammunition. Gavin Osterhout was arrested on suspicion of willfully discharging a firearm with gross negligence and has since been released on bail. The Johnson Valley shared use area is currently closed to the public. During the closure, the Marine Corps will be using the area to conduct critical military training. It will reopen for public use on February 25th. During temporary closures at the Johnson Valley shared use area, the adjacent Johnson Valley OHV recreation area remains open for public use. Recreationists are advised to be safe and observe boundaries when recreating in the OHV area and while the shared use area is closed. High school seniors in the high desert have a great opportunity to graduate from college debt-free. Copper Mountain College's Greenleaf Scholarship provides a full-ride tuition for one student while they attend Copper Mountain College and then transfer to a university to complete their bachelor's degree. The scholarship includes the cost of tuition, textbooks, fees, and standard living expenses like food, lodging, and transportation. The scholarship, given annually, is part of the Greenleaf Education Fund, which was established by the estate of F. Roy Greenleaf Jr., who came to the Morongo Basin in the 1970s and started a community bank. His arrival coincided with the beginning of fundraising for the building of what has become Copper Mountain College, and he became a major donor to the CMC Foundation. Executive Director of the CMC Foundation, Sandy Smith, said that students aren't selected for the scholarship on grade point average alone. She said that a student's interest in learning, overall responsibility, are factors as well, along with the student's desire to return to the Morongo Basin upon completion of their education. If you're a graduating high school senior interested in applying for the Greenleaf Scholarship, you can call 760-366-3791 or use a link at this story at Z107.7 FM.com. A new art installation at High Desert Artists Gallery in Yucca Valley explores themes of healing and transformation. Reporter Hillary Sloan tells us more about sculptor Eva Monfils' Heart Locker and the workshops accompanying the exhibit.
Sculptor Eva Monfils is bringing her latest installation, Heart Locker, to the High Desert Artists Gallery in Yucca Valley. The exhibit, opening February 15th, features 50 suspended hearts carved from weathered manzanita roots. Each piece is cracked, fractured, and inlaid with metal, stones, and crystals, symbolizing healing and transformation. Monfils, known for her nature-inspired work, describes Heart Locker as a love letter to life on our planet, expressing hope, connection, and renewal. Alongside the exhibit, she will host 3 Heart Circles, interactive workshops where participants can reflect on personal healing. Space is limited to 10 people per session. When asked about the workshops, Monfils said she will ask people 3 questions. What breaks your heart, what heals it, and what transforms it? Then she will give them time to reflect on their answers through writing, drawing, or other expressions.
I wanted a way to make this experiential because that's how I believe people learn the best, is through their own experience and reflecting on it.
The Heart Locker installation is free and open to the public. Details on gallery hours and workshops are available at highdesertartists.com. For more information, see this story at Z107.7 FM.com. For Z107.7, this is reporter Hillary Sloan.
Stage Fright will be performing their now annual Valentine's Day themed show for free tonight at La Matadora Gallery in Joshua Tree. Come out to hear songs about love and heartbreak, sung by fake person Lolly Goodwoman and her cadre of unusual performers. The show is called Death of Romance and promises a satanic wedding, monogamy drama, and Cupid assault rifles. General Baby opens the show, which begins at 7 p.m. at La Matadora, located at 61857 29 Palms Highway in Joshua Tree. You can karaoke for a cause at Theater 29 tonight. Here's arts and entertainment reporter Charlie Thomas with more.
Theater 29 will hold their next Karaoke for a Cause fundraiser, titled Sing Your Heart Out, on Friday, February 14th from 6 to 9 p.m. Hosted by Z107.7's own Cody Joseph, bring the whole family for an evening of singing, prizes, special concessions, and sneak peek performances. Not a singer? Enjoy the show and enjoy special concessions. Doors will open at 5:30 p.m. for contest and judge registration, with performances commencing at 6 p.m. Tickets are available now at theater29.org. Reporting for Z107.7, this is arts and entertainment reporter Charlie Thomas.
The Love Your Park Food and Drink Tour is wrapping up this weekend. The now annual event highlights local bars and restaurants throughout the Morongo Basin who have created a unique Love Your Park menu item, and a portion of the proceeds from those items go toward critical programs and initiatives in Joshua Tree National Park. The fundraiser has been running all week and is put on by the Joshua Tree National Park Association, which is the park's primary nonprofit partner. It's easy to participate. There are 10 destinations stretching from 29 Palms to Pioneer Town with Love Your Park menu items. Stop by the 29 Palms Inn, Copper Room, Frontier Cafe, JT Country Kitchen, Pappy and Harriet's, Roadrunner Grab and Go, Rocky's Pizza, Snakebite Roadhouse, and the Spaghetti Western to order up a Love Your Park item. And the Tiny Pony Tavern will be hosting a National Park Trivia Brunch on Sunday to help finish the festivities. We'll have a list of participants and more info on the Love Your Park Food and Drink Tour at this story on our website. The High Desert Nature Museum is holding the first session in a 3-part botany educational series called How to Hug a Cactus. The class is led by botanist and plant ecologist Robin Kabali. Attendees will discover the intricate behaviors that the high desert's cacti and succulents perform every day and night to survive our extreme desert conditions. Kabali will share mysterious facts about our region's cacti and succulents that she has gleaned from her own experiences during her lifelong career as a botanist, wildlife biologist, and interpretive specialist. Attendees may never view our basin's cacti and succulents the same way again. The event is free and takes place at the High Desert Nature Museum in Yucca Valley tomorrow at 2 p.m. No advance registration is required. And finally, it's Valentine's Day, and despite how you feel about the holiday, it does have the tendency to stir up fond feelings for the things around you. That's what happened to online news editor Robert Hayden during a stormy night in the high desert.
I love the desert. I love the subtle colors of the flora that lives here. Mornings and evenings get the prize for dramatic skies of reds, purples, and oranges, but I love the pale muted greens of plants that pop with pastel pinks or bright yellows. I love the gnarled look of an ancient juniper and the sci-fi settings that Perry's Nolinas give when they flower in spring. I love that the desert's plants shows an unprecedented palette of hues that you won't find anywhere else in the world. I love the feeling of the ground, the dirt, the coarse, clean quartz and sand laid out for thousands of miles. And I love knowing that the rain that's falling is soaking straight into that earth, filling up the water that flows right through the ground underneath our feet. I love seeing for miles across dry lakes, getting on a motorcycle, starting on one end, and gradually climbing up through the gears as the rooster tail of dust rises behind me until my wrist won't twist anymore. I love the glance a coyote gives when crossing a road and looking back at me before disappearing into the brush. And I love the people I've met here in the desert too. Wanderers, or just regular people who choose to live here. Maybe they were born here. Maybe they ended up here. Maybe you're stuck here. I love hearing from people about how they ended up in the middle of the Mojave Desert, almost as far south as the United States will let you live. How in the world did we all end up right here? It's a question I love asking. And I'd like to ask you, too, how you ended up living here in the desert. What do you love about it? What don't you love about it? Do those circles overlap? I'd love to hear from you. Email me at robert@z1077fm.com. Reporting from the rainy high deserts of Southern California, I'm Robert Hayden.
That's our local news. Hear local news 7 times a day, 7 days a week at 7, 8, 9, noon, 4, 5, and 6. If you hear about news happening, let us know. Email us at tips@z1077fm.com. Reporting for the Morongo Basin News Leader, the award-winning Z107.7 Local News, I'm Jeff Harmatz.